So you're thinking about buying a Mercedes or a BMW or even an Audi. But today we're talking strictly about the Mercedes C300, which is one that I just bought. And I'm gonna let you know if it's worth it or not worth it. Let's get into it. Now strictly, let's just look at this beautiful car. I mean, it really is just such a nice looking vehicle. I mean, the paint is really in good condition. It's blacked out. Well, not really. It will be blacked out once I put some new wheels on it. I am the second owner of this vehicle. Now, let's take a look at these wheels. Check out the scrape that the previous owner did to each wheel on this car. Now, this is a 2015 Mercedes C300, though I did get the package with the LED light strip, which usually these don't come with those. They do just come standard with the bulbs. So this one does have a little bit of extra features on it. But the side profile and the front view, it is just such a nice look on it. I really can't even complain about this design of the car. And for the price that I got it for, it's honestly not a bad deal. You could find one with 50,000 miles. This is a 2015 with 50,000 miles for about 21 to 22. Pretty good price. If you're looking to get a nice luxury car, has all your features and all that good stuff, then this is a car to buy. But a lot of people always question, is it worth it? Is it gonna have problems? Is it gonna be a money drain? Is it gonna be a money pit? What's gonna happen? I don't know. That's why I'm here to go over all the specs that I've gone through about a year now that I've had the car, just to go over what features, pros and cons that I've had with this car. All right, just first on driving this car, we are driving it through the hills of Duluth, and it is just such a nice drive over here. But I want to just do a little simple drive through and just a little, handling session just before we get through the pros and cons of the 2015 C300. The exhaust just sounds really good, even though it's a stock exhaust, and obviously it's not going to be waking up the neighborhood and doing pops and bangs, but just the sound, and it does have a little bit of a burble to it, which I figured out last week when I was hitting in Sport Plus mode. It really has a good sound to it, and I can't even hate on it. I was really surprised when I heard that. Coming to the trunk, as you can see here, you have lots of space. That's definitely one of my favorite parts about this car is, it is a smaller vehicle, but still you get lots of trunk space here. As you can see, I got a fishing pole here just in case, but I got to rewire this whole string because it is a mess. But you got lots of space down here and some extra space down here as well, that you can come with some extra accessories. And obviously you can pull these seats down and the seats will fold down to give you some more space. All right, coming under the hood, we have a 2.0 liter engine turbo, and as you can see, this thing, it's got some good power to it. It pushes out around 255, but I believe this one specifically that I bought is 265. I believe the first owner did a little bit of some work on it. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it pushes out a lot more extra power than it normally should. Now, a lot of people ask, are these engines reliable? Well, I'm gonna have to say, from my experience of owning it for 1 year, I'm gonna say yes. It is definitely super reliable. This one, I bought it at 50,000 miles, and now I think it has 60,000. So I put about 10,000 miles in it in a year. Now, is that a for sure way to say, yes, these engines are full on reliable? Could I have gotten a really good one and maybe yours is not as reliable? Depends, right? Totally depends on how you treat the car, right? No matter what kind of car. Check out the back seats. As you can see, for the size of it being a car, it still has plenty of space for passengers. I mean, it does get a little tight when you have 3 people back there, but definitely you could still do the job with it. I love the door side panels here with the Burmester sound system. They're showing it off with the dark wood trim package. This piece is optional. You can find different ones. Some have carbon, some have white wood, brown wood. You can even get the stone carbon. Up to you, obviously. This is one that I found for a pretty decent spec here as well. I need to get some new tires for these. These are getting pretty bald in the front and back. Okay, back to reliability. Obviously, yes, the engine, from my experience, has been really reliable, but I do have a couple concerns. When I bought this car, already the brakes were kind of worn out a little bit. I already knew it when I bought it. I didn't just say, oh, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I knew it when I was gonna buy the car. I had a couple quirks that I had to fix on my own, which I was okay with because of the price of the car was fairly okay for me. Number one was the sunroof, full panoramic, top side. And the panoramic sunroof, the shade opens all the way. I can see the glass and it can close up. But the actual sunroof itself, for it to open up and have wind in there, does not open at all. It totally jams itself in there. To get a quote on that, I got a quote from an actual Mercedes dealership near me. And they quoted me about $1,500 to $2,000 just to make that thing pop open and have some freaking wind, which is crazy. Because I remember I had the same problem with a previous car that I had, and it was like $500 to fix it. So it was triple the price. It was very expensive. I didn't wind up fixing it. I'm gonna save my money a little bit for that one because I don't need to fix it right now at the moment. I don't even really use the sunroof, but I did want to have that feature get fixed. All right, I want to show you guys my sunroof problem that I told you guys is about $1,500 to fix, all right? So obviously I can move the screen back. It goes all the way back, does this little pretty thing, right? Oh yeah, look at that sky. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, right? But when I try to open up the actual window, watch this. Yep, that's right. That's $2,000. $2,000 right there. Look at that. Doesn't do it. I'm holding the button. It goes back down. That is a $2,000 problem right there, guys. So just be careful. Make sure you check the sunroof when you get your car here. Let's check out, how does this interior hold up? The outside holds up pretty well, but does the interior hold up just as good as they say it does? Well, I have to say there are a couple cons in this interior. Specifically this car. Obviously, some may not have this, but my car, the one that I bought, had some sounds in there that I'm just like, I can't stand it. Okay, so first off right here, this passenger seat, listen to this. Okay, and then listen to mine. No sound, right? That is super annoying, okay? That is probably the number one thing that I can't stand when I'm driving this car. I hear this on every single bumper. It makes it sound like my car is made out of Lego bricks, okay? It doesn't really sound good. You can hear some, cracks, and that it does crack and rattle a little bit when you squeeze on it. Obviously don't squeeze on it too much. I can't really complain, but those are just small things that I would say to look out for when you're buying a W205. I'm honestly gonna say W205 and above models for the C-Class have that problem where they squeak, they creak when you press on them. It's just something that Mercedes, I don't know what happened to them. You go to the W204 models with the lower end, you're not gonna hear that at all. Going to the brakes now. I have to replace my brakes. I'm gonna be doing that probably in about a day or two. And brakes, well, they're not too bad. They're about 180 for the pads and about 220 for the rotors, which isn't too bad. I expected something to be a little bit more, but not too much as well on that side. And then oil changes as well. I took it to Valvoline and I'm also taking it to Mercedes as well. Valvoline was about $90 with the $10 coupon, which most people use. And then Mercedes was about $150 because it did the tire rotation as well. So you're looking at about $100 average for an oil change on this kind of car. It's a 2.0 liter, not too much fuel you got to put into this car. All right, let's get into ride quality of this car. Does this car drive like a Mercedes? Does it drive luxurious? Do you feel all the bumps? Does it feel like an ocean when you drive? The answer is no. This car is pretty rocky. I'm not gonna lie, it could get a little bumpy on some roads. I'm taking it down these roads, these windy roads, and it's a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. Now when you get on some smooth roads, it drives really, really nice. It's quiet.
You don't hear a lot of road noise, but when you're hitting bumps, speed bumps or potholes or small rocks, you're gonna hear it and you're gonna feel it. It's pretty rough. I had a Honda Accord, 2021 Honda Accord, and that was more smoother than this. Now, could it be maybe I need to replace some shock absorbers, tires, for sure can go into it for making it a better ride quality, but still, it's a little rough on the side. Performance-wise, this car handles and drives so amazing. Even for it being a base model C300, it drives super really good. Okay, I know the comfort side, not really the best. I'm gonna have to give it probably a 6 out of 10 on that side. But on performance side, I'm gonna have to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because I just really think that this car has a lot of good power and torque on the lower end of the gears. When I hit it plus, Sport Plus, and I go to first or second gear and I hit it on that turn, it handles so well. I mean, it really just surprises me sometimes on this car. I am looking to tune this kind of car. I do want to do a nice little tune, maybe a nice exhaust. I don't want to make it some kind of loud sports car. I like to keep it sleek and quiet, but a little bit of some more torque on the end. But other than that, performance is really, really good. You're gonna have a good time when you ride this car. You're gonna have a lot of fun. W205 basically, C300, is it worth it? Should you put your money into this kind of car? Let's rate it out of a 10. I'm gonna say 7.9. So mostly that rounds up to a yes. If you're looking into buying this kind of car, I would definitely say pull the trigger, but make sure you find one that has been taken care of, that has good miles. There's a lot of them out there that are 80 to 90,000 miles. I wouldn't recommend it. That's a little bit too much for me. But for you, if you're just trying to get one, it's a good price, pull the trigger, do it. Same thing goes for 330s, same thing goes for A3s and A4s on the Audi side. It's definitely a worth it buy, not a waste of money. Payment wise, I bought this car. When I saw the sticker price, I actually went to the dealership to originally buy a C63. That was really what I was looking to buy, was a C63 AMG. It was a coupe, it was white, it was a drop top. I'm not a drop top guy, but that thing was just pure ecstasy. It was beautiful, it was just, oh my God. I don't even want to get into it because I'm gonna miss it, but I really wanted to get that car. Long story short, I couldn't afford it. It was like $900 a month. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was walking out of the dealership and I found this thing, this little C300, chilling on the side, tear on its eye, waiting to get picked up by an owner. And I said, you know what, let me check it out. I saw what the car had, I saw all the features, and I was like, you know what, this thing is pretty ballin'. The sticker price on the car was about $20,000 with 49,000 miles on it, two owners, one owner, one owner, 50,000 miles for 20 grand. Out the door, it was like 23, 24, something like that. Right now I'm owing, I think 19 on it right now because I put about 4 grand down on it. And payments for me, I did 72 months. I got 9%, which is pretty high for nowadays, but you know, rates have gone up, especially in California where I'm at. And my payment right now is about $420 monthly. So for me, it's not too much. If you're working full time, you can afford it. It's not too bad. $420 a month is a pretty reasonable payment for a nice, luxurious little Mercedes that does the job for me. All right, just to wrap up the whole video today, just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. But just to say, all in all, is it worth buying a W205 Mercedes C300? I'm gonna say yes. It is definitely a thumbs up for me. I'm gonna have to say yes, definitely take it home. And like I said, find the right one, find the right deal, check up on maintenance. You know, when the bill comes in to fix it, it's not gonna be pretty, but it is what you're buying on this car. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna shoot in some more driving clips down there. Check out some more videos that I got. Just got some YouTube shorts. And we will have some merch coming out pretty soon for Herd. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Thanks so much. Let's get into it.